I think I'd use the word intense for many different reasons. Mainly the travel, getting to these events and getting set up and trying to acclimate to the different time zones that we're in, and the car itself, which was an unknown quantity when we got here for us, and just what an intense season and year it has been, for sure.
About a year ago, Lance and I talked about the goals for this year, and the goal was to win the championship in class, and that's exactly what we did. So it was a success. I would say it would have to be winning at Le Mans.
Oh, I took mine. You took mine. Do another one. Pick another one. That was too good.
It was more challenging because I was not feeling well. I was very ill that weekend, and we also had some bad contact from another competitor like on that final lap that was really kind of unreasonable, and I kept my cool, and we finished right behind him, and then they got the penalty, and so it worked out.
Absolutely, Le Mans, that was too cool, and just the way it all came to fruition was just wonderful. I think it was Aragon, the Motorland round, that was just with the heat, and I'd never been to the track before, and that was probably the most difficult.
Le Mans, because I was really not feeling well. It was warm and the conditions were a little bit tough, a real short period of time, but feeling that ill wasn't nice inside the car.
You can't pick Le Mans for every answer. You only get to use it once.
I learned a lot about Ligier, and I've really enjoyed spending time with the folks here with the brand, and then getting to see that there's a lot more outside of LMP3. You know, I think that the P4 fills an interesting niche, as well as the JS2R. These are great cars that I really can't wait to see more of in the USA, and I think that was the biggest takeaway from this year, is those cars specifically.
Yeah, I learned French, Spanish, Portuguese. I'm fluent in everything now. Oui. That's it.
The US ones are a little bit crazier, they're a little bit more dangerous. So here there's, you got runoff, you've got sand traps, but that's also something you have to take into consideration. You know, at the tracks in the US, if you go off, you might just be cutting through the grass and can rejoin, but here you really have to think about mistakes. And I think we did a good job this year about really having almost none.
I think the character of these tracks, they tend to breathe a little more history than maybe some of the ones we have in the States. There's a few in the States that go back, but the epic tracks we got to do with the Ligier European Series is by far superior to what we could have pulled off in the U.S. Quality is attention to detail. He pays attention to every minute thing, which at the end of the day gives us an edge over any competitor that we have in the field. The flaw is he drinks water too much, and we have to stop at every bathroom, everywhere we go. I've seen more toilets in Europe than any person in history. I know it.
He's just so positive, you know, that's important, because like he mentioned, I do have a really minute attention to detail, and I'm very focused on the serious side of racing so that we can get the results, but he makes it fun, and I wouldn't have had this much fun with anybody else this year. And a flaw, you know, if he could be a little bit taller, then it would make those driver changes easy. We'd save a couple seconds 100%. On the insert. Come on.
100%. I'm working on it.